Hey guys, how's it going? Now that the combine's actually running, we got a couple things we got to do. We're going to set the combine up for corn today, and we're going to change the oil. So, a couple little things to do. Nothing too serious. We might even shell a little bit of corn. Well, so I've got to take these knives out right here on the bottom. So the only thing that should be coming through the machine in corn is the cob. So I got to take these knives out on the bottom here. Another thing I'm looking at while I'm in here is these knives right here. These are the knives that are in here swinging, you know, however RPM, I don't know. But you can see, like this one right here, that one needs to be probably spun around before we do wheat. But for the majority of it, of this machine, they're still fine. Another thing why we take the knives completely out is, I'll show you right here. I can get the camera right. There's a hole right there in that pan. That's something we're gonna fix when we pull the pull the rotor to redo it. But for now, all we do is we just put another bar that doesn't have any knives in it to block it. So it's really not that big of a deal. Even if we didn't have to put that blocker in, I'd still have to come in here and, you know, drop the knives out of the way. But now we're going to set the sieves. Me and Dad talked about it, and well, we decided we're going to leave the top sieve the way it is. We're just going to change the bottom sieve, and well, for corn, you know, there's nothing other than kernels coming through. Maybe a little bit of husk, but that's going to get cleaned on the top sieve. We're just going to open the bottom sieve wide open. And while that adjustment's made right here, it's kind of hard to see. But trust me, I'm making it. Come on. If you'll just sit still for like 5 minutes for me, that'd be pretty cool. Thank you. Well, I got the bottom sieve wide open. The other thing I did was I got the feeder drum here set up as high as it'll go. You're supposed to lock those up for corn, just so you don't bust the corn cobs off. I don't know. I just work here. We're all set for corn. We just gotta, you know, we just gotta make those couple of changes in the field, like rotor speed and fan speed, and then the concave level, and this thing's ready to go. Now, I'm going to change the oil, so I'm going to start this thing up and let it warm up a little bit. I'm going to clean in here. Cool. That's from opening the doors and that. Gross. Set my reel to manual, change my header height mode to manual, and then turn on the accumulator. This will be my first year using the accumulator. I've only heard of what it does. I've never really used it myself. Apparently what it does is it like dampens the feeder house a little bit. So when you're running the heavy head like the corn head, it kind of dampens it a little bit, makes it softer when you're going across the field. I don't know. I've never used it. We'll see what it does this year. Like the... Slurry. Yummy. I don't think the parts are going to come out of the seat. I don't necessarily need that camera, but I've got it, so I'm going to use it. Okay, so now we're going to set our rotor speed. I've got the concave set to 4. I think we generally want the rotor at 300. Okay, there's 300. Back her down. And then now we're going to check and make sure that the header turns on. Let's get into some corn. Everything sounds normal. Oh, I shouldn't open that door. Got a little bit of dust in here. Oh my goodness! We went a couple hundred feet. Let's check our sample. Couple pieces of cob and stem, but other than that I don't see anything. Now the next thing I'm looking for is clean cobs like this one right here. I think I need to tighten my concaves up a little bit. We're throwing a little bit out the back. I'm gonna tighten my concaves up a little bit. I see a couple cobs with some corn still on it, so we'll tighten them up and then we'll see what that does. See if that brings the grain into the hopper rather than throwing it on the ground. And I think there's some adjustments I need to do to my sieves because I'm throwing a little bit out the back. Not very much, but you know, it adds up. Okay, so what we did was I sped my rotor up a little bit. I'm at 400 now rather than 300. What I think what's happened is 300, it's not thrashing it fast enough at the front and it's carrying it out the back of the rotor and then it's spitting those a little bit out. I also tightened my concaves up some more. I found some more cobs, some more ears with more kernels on them. And well, we're gonna try it again just with a little more rotor speed. Let's see what it does. All right, let's see what this does. Another thing that's kind of weird about corn, you know, you're used to soybeans where if it makes any kind of grinding noise, any kind of weird, goofy noise like that, it's, you know, you're like, oh, because corn, it just sounds like a bunch of rocks going through there and it's just, ugh. Yeah, there's room for a little bit more, but no point. Got the headlands off. Alright, well now we're going to clean up this spot. That's where all that oil was. So clean that up, throw a little bit of soap on it, and get rid of the junk. No pots and pans. The strainer can go in there though. Okay. There. Yeah, where are we going to work? Okay. So if you spill something...